everybody. Welcome to the Christel Crawford Show. We're going to find out if you can hear me. We've got a microphone down in between us, and hopefully that's enough. And hopefully I can see the screen if you guys are like, I can't hear anything. In the event you can't hear me, I'll pick it up like this and we'll just trade. But this episode is special. I rarely have guests, and today that I do, if you're watching live, you obviously see this gorgeous man beside me, but this gorgeous man, his name is Andres, and last name Cardendas, and that's in my American accent. He says it much better. But he is my partner, my love, and also has recently started a new business that I am really passionate about, and so I'm so glad to have you on my show.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Please take the microphone.
Thank you. I'm just gonna put it here.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah, that works. So we call this episode Making Money or Saving Money or ... And I wanted to just have a conversation with you about all the things, including money, to give everybody a sense of the gift that I know you are, and also probably to reveal some things that I didn't know before about you and the way you grew up and all that stuff. So I've been doing all the talking. Would you like to say a little?
Yeah, for sure. That's the best talker. But I thank you so much. Thank you. This is an honor for me being here with you and being at your show.
You talk so low. You're gonna have to hold that up to your.
I hope everyone is listening to me. But yeah, it's so much fun here. Just having fun. Just having a good time. Just sharing what I can, what I know, what I've gone through, and tell you a little bit of you started a business recently, and there's a big promoter behind that. So
that would be me. I am a big promoter, mostly because I've gotten to be with you for the last year and a half, and you've contributed so much to me energetically and also with what you know about finances. And so this business that you started was really, I guess, my idea, but because I saw what you're so naturally good at. So, yeah.
Well, I guess what you saw is that everyone was coming to me, or most of my friends, and they were asking like, hey, do you mind if I ask you a few questions? Can I pick your brain for a moment? I have some questions. How do I do this? How do I do that? And I was like it was so easy for me. It's one of those things that I can totally do, and I feel I don't need to get any compensation for.
Yeah.
And it's so easy and it's fun and all that. But I guess you saw that, and then you encouraged me that if that's the thing that I love the most, so be it. Just make it available for everyone.
Right. So just so you guys know, Andres is pretty new to the Access tools. Like, you've really started using them, in the last 3 months, 2 months?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's hung around me for the last year and a half, but really used them, I guess, in the last 2 years, 2 months. Sorry, time. What is that? And I only say that because I've been using the tools for about 8 years, and I've needed a lot of the tools to get me here, to change my financial reality, to create what I've created so far. And so the great news is, if you need them too, they're here. But when I met you, you hadn't used the Access tools, and you were already so many of the energies that I was looking for and asking for and choosing in my own life. And that struck me. I remember that striking me. The very first day that I met you, I was like, you're different, you know? I'd been doing a lot of work with the How to Become Money workbook, and when you do that workbook a lot, it's a very weird workbook. It's basically the transcript of a 2-hour, 4-hour class or whatever. It's weird. But you go through it and you come out the other side and you got this sense of what it is to be money. And I had that sense in my world, and when I met you, I was like, oh, you are money. Which, I don't know, I didn't tell you that. I don't know if I've ever really told you that. So I guess my first question for you is, has money, did you grow up rich? Did you grow up with a lot of money? Did you grow up, how did you grow up, and where did you get to, and along the way did you get the tools that got you here? It's a huge question. Tell me your life story.
Okay, well, let's go back. Were we wealthy when we're coming from? No. Normal family, standard, mid-class. Colombia, South America. Parents, working class. Both of them working, just making an effort that we go to school. But there was always food on the table. There was kind of an appreciation of what we had, and it was more like there was different kind of richness concept. It was more like having a family, having someone close, having the opportunity to go and play a soccer match on Sundays and go to school and get new pencils and all that. It was different kind of richness. But that was my background, just normal family that you need to go to school and there are Catholic kind of rules, and if you don't go to school, you're gonna go to hell kind of thing.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was like brutal, and I did not like to go to school. Just confession here. Confession time. Brutal. All the teachers were after my parents, and they were kind of giving them shit, and like, he does not like to go home, doesn't like to do homework, he doesn't pay attention, nothing. And then my parents were like, but how does he get good scores? How he get good grades? How's that happen? We're like, we don't even know. He's probably cheating, the bastard. Or something. It was like that. It was like out of the board, like out of the box, ordinary, not an ordinary guy, extravagant, weird taste, and always being a part of the pack until the moment I knew I needed to create my own reality, because it didn't really fit with the normal education. So I'm more visual. I'm more like do it myself. Then I learn. Then I don't have to bug anyone else, kind of thing. And then the first time I realized that I was under my own financial responsibility wasn't until I finished university, and then I finished. And then I realized I had a huge loan to pay back, so I needed to really pay that student loan. I felt so happy. The previous 5 years of that, oh my God, I was at college studying, playing soccer. Of course, in the real order was playing soccer and studying and kind of passing the grades. I will, being in 6th semester, I will teach people from 8th semester, kind of monitoring. She was really good and fast with numbers. That was always on my life. But yeah, so that was having fun, amazing, not worry about bills, everything, put it on the loan, I'll pay it later. When I came in, I'm like, oops, okay, now this reality strikes. So yeah, that was a wake-up call. That moment.
So you left Colombia when?
Whoa, that was 2005. I left Colombia, came and had a little bit of a post-secondary education here. Actually it was in US. I came to Seattle and I took some ESL business classes that are available. And I think it could be the only college in US, one of the fewer colleges that offers that. And then that's when I really needed to pull up my strength and start being accountable for that.
So when we talk about the world of finances, making money, saving money, or what else, there's so many different points of view and structures and recommendations. And the thing that struck me when I met you was that you have in your world you have a peace with money and with finances. Even when they aren't necessarily going your way, you still somehow find that peace. Has that always been there for you, or is that something you cultivated, or do you know?
That's a great question. That's I think that comes that you build it. If you don't really know where you're going with your finances, you're gonna have an amazing days that you don't really need to know anything about your finances. You bypass them, and there you go. So be it. The issue with that is the next day.
Yeah.
When you wake up in the reality that, oh, that's still there. I still have those loans to pay, and so then what I found out is if you have a strength enough, or if you make the step and take that decision, make the decision that let's do it. Let's see what happens. Where do I start? What's the first step? And then, like every other process, is a 1, 2, 3 steps kind of thing.
Now, here, I want to interrupt because in my world, avoidance was the energy that was shown to me the most. That is one of the energies in my family that was like one of the primary energies. And so I adopted that as a way of living. Avoid awareness of credit, avoid awareness of bills, avoid. And but when I met you, and okay, so the last 8 years with Access Tools, I've been starting to face things and turn around and just handle things differently. But when I met you, I still had a lot of things that not a lot. I had a handful of things in my finances that I was still not totally handling. One of the things that struck me and still does about you is, even last night, we were talking about, getting back into the rhythm of moving again, because I've been rehabilitating my shoulder, rehabilitating my back, and I've been just maintaining. Now it's time to start choosing and engaging and getting active again. And one of the things you said was, it's just a choice. Just go downstairs at the time, put your clothes on, start doing a little stretching, get your body back into that rhythm. And it hit me really dynamically that for you, this kind of stuff that most of us avoid is just a choice. It's like, you just sit down and you start facing it. Have you always been that way, or is that something you've cultivated, or can you say more about?
Well, yeah. I guess you gotta. I feel like you gotta work on your inside out, on your sort of what is it that gives you peace of mind. What gives me peace of mind and what allows me to be relaxed is having a path, having a program, having a plan. All I know, and then sometimes all you need to know is, I don't know how it's going to be the day after tomorrow, really. All I know is that if tomorrow I wake up, I'm going to be able to make a choice.
Mm-hmm.
And that is going to determine the following day and after that. If I make this choice, well, it's like an atom, like the cellule. It goes in different directions. But that's all I know. That's the decisions, the choices I make today will prepare me for my day tomorrow. Having a plan helps. That's fundamental. Sometimes you don't need a plan to start. You need a plan to evolve or to get to somewhere. But
well, it's like with this business we're creating.
Yeah.
We don't really have a plan.
No.
At all.
No.
But we have a choice we've made, and this is the thing about starting anything, starting to repair or heal your financial situation, heal your credit, wherever you're starting, it is just the choice to go, okay, this is changing, or we're creating this, and now what do we choose? That's really how we're creating everything right now.
That's true.
So has that, I guess, and that's sort of, is that new, or is that sort of rediscovered, or someone put words to how you've always operated?
That's me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm never happy with it. No, I'm kind of like, no, I'm pretty chill, pretty good. But I like evolution. I like change, and I like to keep things moving. And there's the word right here, improving. I want things to be better tomorrow. And sometimes you could have the best plan in the world, but if you're not living it, if you're not in the process, it's not gonna go anywhere. So it's way more fun like this.
So we called this episode, and we're sort of getting to it late in the episode, but whatever. You're so interesting. You want to move in with me? So, making money or saving money, or I added the or at the end. But where did the title come from? And like, if you could start talking to everybody about, you know, your point of view about this, you know, where would you start with the conversation? I know that's very broad.
No, it's fair. It's fair. Let's talk a little bit about how do you get ease? How you get peace?
Mm-hmm.
You get peace when I get peace when I know I can supply myself for longer living. That I'm going to be able to have my living covered for the next semester, the next year, the next 5 years, the next month, the next week. You call it. But there are different ways to approach it, and it's like the egg and the chicken kind of thing. What's first? Some people just like to save money. Some others just like to make money. The focuses are different. But when you look at structuring yourself financially to grow and to have life that you can create, generate, that you can live a life plenty of whatever is it that you like, they both are part of it. You're not able to save money if you're not making money, and vice versa. You're not able to make money if you're not saving money. So sometimes you gotta save first, sometimes you gotta make first, but they're all part of, you call it your financial strategy. It's really important especially for entrepreneurs like us, to have a financial strategy. I listen to motivational videos almost every week, and most of them they talk about what's your personal development plan, and one of the big parts and the core is what's your personal or business financial plan. How can you make sure you are going to succeed on what you're doing? There's not anymore the questions is about will I succeed, will I not? I guess if we were able to change that question to what are the choices that I need to make for this to work? Really soon you're gonna know if you're doing something and it's not for you. Very soon you're gonna know it's not for you, and then you have to do something else. I'll give you an example, getting a job or something that is not for you. like we all have to go through certain things, but if you're not happy doing what you're doing, then you know you have to do something else and something for you. Okay, well, that decision is a brilliant decision, but then like what are the steps I need to take to make that happen? What do I need to do? And start changing those questions from will it work or no, instead of like what are the steps I need to do? And one of the steps is creating a plan, creating a strategy. That's when the credit healing comes into place.
Yeah, and I've flouted all these rules, and I don't know that I've ever had a strategy. But here is the one thing that was similar. Is that, you know, when I was, well, I just did this all backwards. I did this all backwards, so it can work another way too. But the thing that I see that is similar between you and I is that the moment we see something isn't working, we make a different choice. The moment we see something is like not going well, definitely not showing up, we make a different choice. And we both do it really different. But that's the cool thing about you guys is that, you know, if you see something isn't going, it's not creating the result you thought it would, it's not doing the thing, the key is going exactly what you said. What other choices do I have here that can make this work? But not even make that particular thing work. Because I remember you just recently were in a job that was just not working.
It wasn't working.
And it wasn't working, and it wasn't working, and it wasn't working, and it was a source of stress. And finally, you know, we both looked at it going, okay, this isn't working. So what other choices do you have here? And that's sort of when I had the, you know, the people around you can also contribute to the ideas that can show up for what it would be to create something that would work. I don't know where I want to go from here in the conversation.
No, I mean, you're right. You're right. The topic about, like, if we were going to look on that, you just said a big secret that people really struggle with it about What's about my financial reality? How do I improve my financial reality? I don't have a job, or I want to work more hours, or how do I create this? How do I create that? How can I save money if I'm not making money? And all those kind of things. It's okay. It's one step at a time. You just gotta wake up next day, and you just gotta make the choice, and you just gotta continue and pursue that all the way. I can guarantee you 99.9% that if you have a plan and a strategy to follow, you'll be way more successful. And then if you have the magic of us is that we have the choice that we can change it if it's not working.
But let me ask you what you mean by plan and strategy, because I don't see anything written down around the house. I live with you. We don't have a written plan on the wall. That's not there. I haven't seen anything you've written down in terms of strategy. So what do you mean by plan and strategy?
Well, you're not seeing anything written because it's in my calendar.
Okay.
But
how does that show up for you? I'm curious.
It's a personal development plan, and then a personal development plan.
Does it have steps on a Google Doc? And I'm not making fun. I'm actually curious.
It's a calendar. So what it is how do you get to be a better person? How would you like to be a better person tomorrow? Well, would you like to be more active? What I discover is if you have the capacity to move your body in the morning, then you have more stamina. You blood flows around your body, so then your brain works better. And if you hydrate your brain, it works better, and you have more energy, and endorphins are popping up all the way. So then you have more chances to be more successful in whatever it is that's the adrenaline that you need. So that fitness plan, once you wanted to have it there. Now the other one is the financial plan. That comes on a budget. When you have a spreadsheet that shows you exactly what's coming in and what's going out, then you know if you're in a surplus or a deficit. And if you have debt management to work with, so then create a plan, something that you can tackle that and get it out of the way, because it's a stone in the shoe. It does not let you walk really smooth. And whatever is it that you feel that will make you a better person, I was able just to put it on the calendar, and so every morning I get the reminders. One of the things I'm doing right now that I wasn't doing is asking a lot of access questions, and those are about 300,000 times more powerful than anything else.
But you have that as a reminder on your calendar.
I do have it as a reminder on my calendar.
So this is one of the things I love about him is he takes and this is how you could use this, and one of the ways you could use this is he takes something he knows is really valuable to creating a different space for you. You take what you know is valuable to creating a different space for you to create from, like movement or these access questions, and you choose it every day and you put it as a reminder in your calendar so that it shapes the space of your day. And that's what I wanted to pull out of his world for you guys, to illustrate what he means by plan and strategy. It's not like putting bullet points on a paper that you never do. It's going, what are the choices I can make that are actually going to contribute to a redevelopment, a recreation, and an ongoing creation of the space that I can create from to succeed in this area. You do that naturally, and I think you've done that for a really long time.
Yeah, I've been having it on the calendar for a very long time. That was a choice, yeah. It needed to be there.
Well, it inspired me when I first met you, because I've done a lot of similar things in different ways, where my business has always been like top priority, business and money and travel and all that. And then along the way, I let my body sort of go just haywire, And so when I met you, I noticed that you were doing it all. You were handling everything. And I was like, I've just chosen to ignore half my life and then handle this part. What if I were handling everything? And that was a huge piece that you added for me that was like, and then the ease of that instead of the drama and trauma of that, which is what I was doing. Like, this is going to be too hard. I can't do it all. You're just like, it's just a choice. I'm like, oh, you're right. Discovering the joy there.
I remember one paragraph I read long time ago, and it says like this: you have two choices in the morning. You wake up grumpy old man, and then you're mad all day, and everything is kind of charged and negative and dark and cloudy and whatever. Or you just wake up and smile. You smile and you decide, and you step in front of the mirror and you say to yourself,
I'm gonna drink to that.
cheers.
Cheers.
Today it's going to be the best day of your life, and then just go for it, and that's your choice. And then you do the things, and automatically, I don't know, it has happened several times, things just start changing. Like automatically everything is start triggering, and I cannot explain really, but I can tell you it's a choice that you have every day. So if we are right here talking about, if you wanna find out what do I need to do I need to save money first, or do I need to make money? Hey, what if you choose that? What if you make that choice every day, right? And
what if it's both? Yeah.
Right. What if it's both?
Yeah.
What if you have to pick one?
I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you. And the reason I wanted to have this conversation for so many reasons. One, to really, give you guys this energy, and also, he and I come from two really different sort of platforms. With Access Consciousness, we really talk about, putting that 10% aside, keeping a sum of money in your wallet that a rich person would carry, so that you always have that sensation of having money. We really talk about money from an energetic point of view. And so do you, except we didn't come at it from we came at it from different places, and both work. And what I want to invite you guys to is, what choices can you make to start creating your financial situation into something that really works? Are you willing? Would you be willing? And where can you start? And it may be, like, for me, there was a lot of, I've always kind of come from this, I've always felt, when I met you, I thought, God, this guy has all his shit together. That may or may not be true, right? But I've always sort of been like, oh my God, I have so much shit to get together, right? And it doesn't matter, and I say that to say that it doesn't matter where you're starting from. You may feel like you're starting from like way down here, back down in the hole, or you may have like, you're kind of up here and you're like, I just need to add to my life. It's whatever. It's what can you add to your life? What can you start to choose that would start to create your finances and your life and your living into something that you can be really proud of and that really works for you?
Thank you. Yeah, that's
I talked to him.
That's beautiful. You do, but I love it. I love it so much when you talk. I want to share with everyone that I created, actually, after all these started, I created a dynamic tool.
Tell me.
And that tool, it actually helps you to reorganize your finances. Like if you are willing to do your personal development plan, and if you want to use this tool for your finances, it's going to help you from the core. It's going to help you understand what's your financial picture today, and what are the steps that are available for you to choose to change it. And 99% of the times, you ended up saving money with the action plan, if you're able to execute it. That it takes just a phone call away, and then when you save money, you're able to repay your debt faster. There is also some other tools included, but I'm very proud of these with all the help that we've gotten from you, and all that beautiful brain and this beautiful woman. But I'm excited. I got this tool available. It's automated and also has my support. And I wanted to invite you to check it out too. If you want to make that choice and you want something to start with.
Yeah, so we're hosting a free training on the secrets of healing your credit easy, which will have some tools in it. And anyway, that's Thursday, and you can go to healingcrediteasy.com and register. So that's, it's free. It's our gift to you, and of course you'll be invited to the tool after, and whatever else that you're invited to that comes with that. I don't remember what we put together. But the bigger conversation is, what can you what can you be the source of now, you know, and where can you start, and what would it take for that to be total ease?
Yeah, fair enough. But the choice is on you. You're so powerful, so powerful. You'll be surprised how much power you'll unleash if you just, you know, just make a choice. Just go for it. And you have me, and you have Christel, and you have us, and we can support, and like, you let us know how we can support you, and we'll be happy to. Super excited.
Yeah, so if you did ask any questions or say anything brilliant in the comments, I couldn't read them, but I will get back to you. And you can go to healingcrediteasy.com to register for the webinar anytime, actually, whether you're watching now or in the future. And I'm so grateful for you.
I am grateful for you. And I want cheers.
And I want to cheers. Cheers, you guys. Cheers to creating cheers to creating living, whatever that takes.
Cheers to that.
And if you got anything out of this, share it with your friends. And hopefully we get to see you on the webinar. And if not, I will see you next week on the Christel Crawford Show.